It's like he ain't had nothing for him. That power's just too much for him. Definitely was. Um, Most definitely. I can't wait to see the Bivol fight. I feel like he's gonna do the same thing to Bivol because the way Beterbiev gets guys out of there, it's like you got all these boxing experts, but y'all don't see that shit. What he's doing whenever he fights guys and they get hurt or whatever, you know, they immediately start going into the high guard, and while they're in the high guard, he start cuffing the back of that head, and there's nothing they can do about it, man. It's like he puts so much pressure on you that you don't see it coming though. So he's a good fighter, definitely a good fighter, but folks don't see it. It's like he did it in all his fights, the yard fight, the Marcus Brown, but the Marcus Brown fight, he mostly focused on hitting him to the body. So I'm gonna give it to them on the body when it comes to the Marcus Brown fight. But when it comes to fighting these other guys or whatever, it's the cuffing the back of the head that fucks their equilibrium up and the dudes, and that's why what's his name, Caleb Smith, he just flopped over the floor like that. I didn't pick Caleb Smith to win because I knew better beef. I already knew a UK dude was not gonna be better beef. But man, Bivol, I don't think Bivol's gonna beat that dude because I feel like he's gonna fall into the same trap. Said better beef is the problem. Needs him to be undisputed then face Usyk. Man, I don't know about that. I don't know about that. But I think after he fights Bivol, he might just retire because he's already up there in age. He definitely is. But shout out to Better Beef. That was a good performance. He showed that Father Time didn't get to him in that fight. Said Better Beef hits you hard and he doesn't have to wind up. He's a great at punch play, but he knows how to break you down. Bivol doesn't know have enough juice in them punches. He don't. He don't, and he don't have the boxing ability to outpoint him either. It's not like he's gonna go and stick and move him. Nah, he's gonna try to stick and stay there, and Better Beef's gonna catch his ass slipping. So I think Better Beef gonna lose that cruiserweight. He gonna beat Bill for sure. Bro, I don't know why people talking. I don't know why y'all bringing up cruiserweight. This nigga is gonna retire after he fights Bivol. That man's fucking 38 on paper. On paper. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, look, I see it, and I'm not trying to take nothing away from his game, but I know y'all see that shit too, man. It's like they'll get into high guard, they'll get into high guard, and while they got their hands up, Better Beef will cuff him in the back of the head, and then tap that liver and shoot that straight down the middle, chop him down. Said Bivol about to get fight lined up ASAP. Nah, he don't got no choice but to fight motherfucking Better Beef. Nobody wants to see Bivol fight anybody else. I don't care what nobody say. Bivol's a boring fucking fighter. Bivol's a boring fighter. I'm not saying he's not a good fighter, but he's a boring fighter. His fighting style is not fan friendly. Bivol apparently already signed with the Saudis to fight Better Beef already. Yeah. So yeah, we already know what time it is with that. That's what the fight they want, and it looks like we're gonna have a Russian champion that represents Canada. And I was watching this fight, y'all. I ain't gonna lie. I'm not one of them dudes that's gonna be like, oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Our fighters can beat everybody. I don't know, man. I think he probably would have gave Ward some problems because Ward not even a natural 175 pounder. I feel like if he would have fought Ward at 175, that shit probably would have been bad for him. I feel like he could have beat Kovalev too. That nigga's just a different breed. honestly feel like he would have beat Ward and Kovalev. And that's not no relevance, bias, nothing like that. Nah, it's not. Just looking at how he gets guys out of there, they get it. It's like everybody does the same shit. They try to get into a little firefight with him, and then they feel his power, and they say, "Oh shit, let me take a couple steps back." They take some couple steps back, then they get in the high guard, and once they get in the high guard, he's like, "Oh shit, you niggas, you're not gonna see that I'm throwing all these punches and bunches." Bet. Then he started throwing punches and bunches, and then next thing you know, you getting popped in the back of your head. You didn't even see that shit coming. You flopping on the floor like a goddamn fish, looking crazy as hell. Said facts. Bivol is boring. If a black fighter fought like Bivol, they'll be one of the most hated, and vice versa. Eastern European fought like Devin Haney, they'll be universal. Bro, I'm telling you, I swear, if there was a UK fighter that fought like literally exactly like Devin Haney and did everything that Devin Haney did, they'll be calling that nigga one of the best fighters ever to ever live. But the UK, man, man, their guys are finished, man. The only person they got is Tyson Fury. And this is why I tell folks the UK, they really hold on to that Tyson Fury win over Wilder because they literally have no one. No one, bro. Yep. Said Beterbiev 100% beat the version of Kovalev Canelo fought. Duh. Come on, bro. Said Canelo win aging poorly. Man. Said Yard gave Arthur the most solid from yeah, that's true. He did. He did. But Yard fell into the same trap. Same trap. You boxing, you hurt the dude, you let him off the brakes or whatever. You let off the brakes. I mean, let off the gas. Start pumping your brakes, backing up, and you get into your high guard, and then he cracks your ass, and that's that. Said, can't believe Charlo let Canelo bully him. We never gonna be able to let that shit go, man. I ain't gonna lie. Charlo is like, I don't know. He's kind of dead to me at this point. Literally, when it comes to Charlo, the only thing I think about is his performance at motherfucking with Castano because everything after that is some bullshit. I don't know who that Charlo was who fought Canelo. Straight up. Said Charlo brothers underachieved, mostly Jamal. Yeah, man. But you know, nah, Jamel, he achieved. He did what he had to do. He made history. He's the first undisputed champion at junior middleweight. Nah, he achieved. He definitely did. It's just that what he did afterward was some fuck shit. He could have just retired after fucking beating Castano, but here he did some bullshit. Nah, he said he did some bullshit. He could have just retired after that Castano fight, but he said, "Hell no, I gotta get that Canelo check." And he went in there and fucking laid the fuck down. He know damn well this nigga Canelo big as hell compared to him at this point. But he know that check big as hell too. Shit, he know that check was big as fuck. So he said, hell yeah, I'm gonna fight Canelo. He literally said that shit in the motherfucking in the all access. He said, I think the Charles brothers are done, to be honest. Yeah, they're pretty much done. Nah, real shit though. Somebody made a post. They said, "What fighter do you think is gonna retire undefeated?" I said, Beterbiev. I think he's gonna retire undefeated. Ain't nobody beating him, man. After he beat Marcus Brown, I'm not gonna lie to you. After he beat Marcus Brown, I said, "Oh yeah, he's not losing this. He's not losing to nobody." Because I actually picked Marcus at 175. I picked Marcus Brown over a lot of the dudes that better be fought. So for him to walk through him like that, I said, "Oh nah, this dude's really the truth." 164 basically dead. Middleweight division is killed. Yeah, yeah. One Once upon a time, 154 was a super stacked division. I don't care what nobody say. There's fights from 154 that I still think about to this day. J Rock versus Hurt. That's one of the fights that I think about all the fucking time. That was a great fucking fight. Rosario versus Canelo. Good fucking fight. Castano versus Charlo. I mean Rosario versus Charlo. Rosario and Castano versus Charlo. Good fucking fights at 154. But now it's like the division is fucking watered down. Nobody. I feel like folks didn't even appreciate it when it was happening. We really had like a real life tournament at 154. The belts were swapped several times, and to see Charlo capture all the belts after all that and taking a loss in the process, I respect him for that. But everything else after that, I don't know. Him jumping to 168 to fight Canelo, that was a trash fight. It clearly was a money grab. That fight and the Mikey Garcia fight versus Spence is damn near the same fight in my eyes. So everyone was forced on 135, 147 at the time. Yeah, that's true. That's true. I feel like a lot of people slept on 154, man. That shit was a great time in boxing. I literally have a picture on my memories on my Google Photos from like damn near 3, 4 years ago of fucking Tony Harrison and Julian Williams at the fucking at the champions at 154. Like shit's crazy. The belts was fucking being passed around like a motherfucker. But now I don't know. best division in boxing right now gotta be between 135 and 140. Said Earl Spence versus Hurdle Williams at 2024. I don't know, man. I really don't know what's up with Spence, man. I don't know what's up with Spence, man, because that cataract surgery, man, I don't care what nobody say, dude. In boxing, you got to be close to 100% to perform well. You don't want to get into the ring at 70, 60%. So I don't know. We just got to see, man. Errol Spence said you can kill that retirement talk, so I don't know. That's on him. The Spence that fought Bud, I don't care what nobody say. I feel like any nigga could have beat Spence that night. I honestly feel like I would have gave Bud a harder fight that night than Spence, bro. Because that shit, they're circulating clips of Errol Spence when he was in the locker room and his eyes all fucking, he looking like he just hit the gas and shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like he just smoked some good tree. And I'm looking like, dog, like, man, just look at that man. We can all see that Errol Spence was not the right Errol Spence in that fucking fight against Bud. But that's not Bud's problem, and that's not Bud's fans' problem. That's Errol Spence's problem. He should have showed up, and it's fucked up. Shout out to my people in the chat, man. Hold on, let me drop the link just in case anybody want to hop on this motherfucker. Yeah, boxing. I don't know. It's kind of in an awkward place right now, and man, I don't like how fans are getting upset with me because I asked when is Javante fighting again? Like, what's up with the Premier Boxing Champions? People made it seem like I'm coming at PBC and I hate PBC and all that shit, and I'm being a super fan and all that bullshit. I'm like, dog, I'm a fan of Javante Davis. Usually he has a fight lined up or has a fight in the month of January. Why the fuck is it a problem to you guys that I'm asking where the fuck is this fight? And niggas are saying, oh man, Art man, you should have known he had a fucking court date. You should have known the court process and all that. I'm like, bro, how the fuck am I supposed to know that shit? Did the judge tell him that he can't fight no more? I've never heard of a judge saying that you cannot continue your fucking career. So I don't understand what's going on. And it's sad that we got to a point in boxing like this where you get called a hater for asking what the fuck is going on with the fights. Where are these guys at? We always complain about inactivity. I'm asking where the fighters at. Niggas saying, "Oh, Art man, you should have known. You just a hater. You should have known he had a court date." Shit's fucking weird. But yeah, I hopefully we get this Beterbiev versus Bivol fight on and popping after. I didn't know that Beterbiev was a Muslim. That's just crazy. But yeah, after Ramadan, I didn't know. But Beterbiev was a Muslim. I think he's a Russian Muslim, Canadian. Yeah, this nigga, he definitely a one of one. But yeah, Beterbiev fight Bivol. He gonna knock that motherfucker out, bro. He gonna do him the same way he did Caleb Smith and the rest of them niggas. But yeah, he fucked Caleb Smith ass up. Said Russia has a significant Muslim population. That's crazy. I didn't know that. All this is news to me. What's going on, brother Dirk?
What's good?
I know you just seen that fight.
So good.
What's
Great
your thoughts on that?
destruction. That's the only word I can think of. Honestly, I knew it was gonna happen in the first round. You could tell. Like you saw Cal Smith's face when the first punch landed. Yeah,
I
that look like,
seen,
oh, that's why this nigga got all these knockouts.
I seen, and then Caleb Smith, he landed his best punch like 5 times, and that shit didn't do shit.
That nigga can punch too.
He threw his left hook, and
Yeah,
that shit landed on Beterbiev, but that shit didn't move his ass, not at
that
all.
that dude was scary, bro. Like niggas throw the word monster around a lot for some fighters, but he the real deal. I still think him and Bill was a
But I,
50-50
but
fight.
I pointed something out. Let me know if you think I'm bullshitting or I'm hating
Hmm.
or you feel like I'm wrong. I feel like when Beterbiev gets guys hurt, what really gets them is them shelling up and him cuffing them in the back of their head or hitting them in the back of their ear.
People say that about Boots too, but like there's a lot of times when they do
Yeah,
that
somebody brought that up too.
they
Somebody said, "Well, Boots do the same thing."
but that's because these dudes they duck down in certain positions, and when they throwing punches, it just ends up being on the back of the head. I don't think they do it on purpose,
I want to believe that, but
but who
Beterbiev
knows?
he does it so many times in different fights where it's like, dog, I think it's intentional
Hmm.
because
Yeah,
I seen the ref. He did the little sign like, "Oh, no punching in the back of the head in this fight," but he slightly did that. He did that one
he
time.
got he got
He
heavy hands, bro. Like he can hurt you a multitude of ways. He can hurt you with the short shots. He can hurt you with them, hooks, all, everything. Everything
So,
hurts.
are you agreeing that he hits folks in the back of the head?
Yeah, I think he does.
Do you
But
agree that Boots
as
do
a
the same
fighter,
thing?
you gotta be able to make adjustments. If you think a fighter is dirty or he does certain shit, you gotta make the adjustments necessary. Or maybe if you can't make or hit him on the back of the head, fuck it. It's a kill. It's a kill sport. It is what it is.
Facts. That's how I'd be if I was a boxer. If niggas cheating me, I'm cheating too. Fuck you talking about?
Right, right. But yeah, that Bivol fight gotta be next. I see why
Nigga, they
Canelo picked.
wanted that Bivol fight for sure. You see how fucking small that ring was, nigga?
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. That nigga wasn't getting away. But what's his name? I see why Canelo picked Bivol over Beterbiev. Like with Bivol, you might get outboxed, but with Beterbiev, bro, he just gonna beat you into submission.
Beterbiev got career altering power
Facts.
and punch placement.
Yeah, very accurate. You saw how he was touching dude up when he was moving his head. Like a lot of niggas can't do that. That's how you know he's probably good on that speed bag. Yeah, very accurate.
Yeah. I think Bivol gonna get done the same way.
I think Liv was a lot better fighter than Callum Smith.
It don't matter. He gonna get done the same way.
Maybe.
You know why? Because he does it all the time, man, and his opponents just don't see it. They
Hmm.
shell up in the high guard, and when he does that chopping right hand, which often connects in the back of their ear or back of their head while they're in the high guard, or he taps that liver while you in the high guard.
Yeah.
I just watched some Bivol film. I watched like 3 fights before this fight.
You watch three Bivol fights?
I mean, better be fight. I bet.
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, he's an entertaining fighter, so I wouldn't blame you for watching this fight. But you should watch some Bivol fights too. Like he's not the most, but his style is very effective. What you gonna see? It's, it's the boxer versus the power puncher. Although better be can box a little bit too.
People who thought Smith would KO him think Matias would be Haney.
People who thought. Wait, hold on. Can you go back to that comment? People who thought Smith would KO him think Matias beats Haney. Mm, I think Better Beef is a little bit better than Matias. but that's still a
The
hard fight
Canelo will never
because
take the
hmm,
risk of better beef. Of course not.
you gotta be careful with that type of comment because pressure fighters usually give pure boxers trouble, like real good pressure fighters, not just any pressure fighter,
Canelo
like
not
good
fighting
ones.
niggas at. He's not facing no real killers at 175. That shit
Who
Kovalev was fake as fuck.
you said is fake?
Fake as fuck
Oh, you talking about the Canelo? Yeah, yeah,
versus
that was
Kovalev.
far though. Yeah, yeah, that's
What you
why he
think?
picked
What you
Bivol.
think about that African nigga being Canelo's mandatory?
Bro, that dude is basic. He's
He was
really
throwing
he's
some wild ass punches. He don't got no defense though.
he don't. If he fight a nigga like David Morrell, for example, he get knocked the fuck out. If you a good counter puncher, you would stop this dude. Or at least if you got some power, of course, not just. But
It was times where that dude he was fighting, he missed this nigga face by like an inch.
yeah,
He was about to hit that nigga with a crazy ass right hook, but he missed that nigga by an inch. I said,
nah,
man,
he's
Morrell will fuck around and stop this nigga in like the third round.
he would. He definitely would, bro. Morrell's a great
What you
counter
think he
puncher.
got? You think dude got some power though?
Yeah, I think he definitely got some power. He do got a great engine. I'll give him that, but he would get touched up by Morrell. I think Benavidez probably beat him too, to be honest. And uh, on top of that, I think a fight between him and Munguia. That's the one I want to see. That would be a great fight.
Said Canelo working that African dude. He might fight that nigga next on the cool.
Yeah, yeah. I wouldn't be surprised if Canelo fought that nigga before Benavidez. He definitely ain't fight Morrell. That's for damn sure. You can, come on now.
It looks like they sent Canelo up to fight Munguia if he beats John Ryder.
I wouldn't be surprised. After that nigga told us he don't fight Mexican.
He really meant to say he don't fight Mexican American Ecuadorians.
Yeah, yeah, you gotta be specific.
That's what he meant to say.
But with the last name Benavidez. Come on, man. Just fight that dude. But
It's a good thing that
even though,
Beterbiev
even
didn't
though
fight Morrell.
I gotta give him Billy credit. Even though I think he got a lot of flaws. He's an entertaining fighter.
You said mobility.
Yeah, he's an entertaining
Yeah,
fighter.
that was pretty entertaining. I was
Yeah,
watching that shit like, oh shit,
that's the type of nigga you put on
stop this
TV.
fucking fight. They need to stop
Yeah,
this shit. Buddy
yeah, put
McGirt having flashbacks and shit. He like hell nah, not
yeah.
Buddy McGirt. Yeah, Buddy McGirt did have a fucking flashback and said fuck that Smith
Did you
fight.
see? You see that
I
nigga's
think I got to
mouthpiece
throw the
flying
towel in
out?
on that one.
At first, I thought he broke his jaw or something because he was pointing at his mouth, but his mouthpiece flew out.
Bro, when I seen him do that chopping right hand to the back of his head, I knew it was over.
Yeah,
I knew that shit was over. Cause he
that
did
nigga
Botstick
vicious.
the same way. Botstick had the same look in his eye, like, oh shit, this nigga just fucking popped my ass. What the fuck?
You know
Said Canelo fans were trying to say dairy beats better beef. Who?
who?
Who the fuck is
Oh,
Dairy?
I did. I, I don't know.
Y'all remember when Canelo team said that better be duck Canelo?
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. That's ridiculous.
Ain't nobody called that
Canelo,
shit.
one of them dudes is hard to stop, but I think Better Beef might be the one to stop him. Now Canelo do got good head movement, but he will get touched up by Better Beef
I
eventually.
feel like
So
Canelo head movement is not the same today.
yeah, exactly. So
It's definitely
and
not.
especially at 175 where he's heavier, slower. So
Canelo's not leaving this game without getting knocked out.
no,
You think he'll get knocked out before he leaves this game if he fights the people want him to fight?
fights David Morrell, I think he will get knocked out. I don't think Benavidez gonna knock him out. I just think he's gonna beat him by decision.
The reason why I feel like Benavidez can knock Canelo out because Canelo will fight him in the middle. I don't feel like he's gonna get on his bike like Plant would. And I'm gonna keep it 1,000. Plant got saved by the fucking ref.
He did. That nigga was holding on for dear life. People forget that. But Canelo is a good inside fighter, and he's a good counterpuncher, better than Benavidez. So, and I feel like don't see the only way that fight's gonna go like this. If Canelo can't hurt Benavidez, it's gonna be a long night. It is.
Let's
If he
go look at the
can,
fight we just seen.
yeah,
My dude, Boxing Pro, he said, "Is it just me or Beterbiev cracking him to the back of the head?" LOL. Nah, it's not just you. I've been saying it, but I'm pretty sure they're gonna deem me as a fucking Beterbiev hater. I don't give a fuck. I'm picking him to beat Bivol and retire undefeated, but still, it's part of his game plan. It's like that's how he gets dudes out of there. He has some good power, but these guys, they fall into the trap every time. They start getting into the fucking high guard, shelling up, and then once they shell up, he's just throwing every punch in the book and start cuffing the back of their head. Even when he gets hurt, it better be gets hurt. Like you throw a crazy right hand down the middle, like Yard did him. As soon as Yard hit him with that shit, he said, "Oh nah, fuck that," and start turning up and start popping his ass in the back of the head. But
I would have loved to see Better Beef against some of the like the old legends. Like Ward, Roy Jones, fucking Kawasaki, all
I
them
think I
dudes.
think he would have beat Joe Calzaghe, Ward, and motherfucking Kovalev.
You think he would have beat Andre Ward?
Yeah, because Ward not even a natural 175 pounder. People don't even understand that shit. He's not.
He not, but he did go up to 175 and fight Kovalev at his peak. That was prime Kovalev when he wasn't, like some people thought he lost that first fight, but he knocked the nigga out in the second fight. So
Plus Ward, when he fought Kovalev, this nigga had a life altering knee injury, bro. Or a career altering knee injury.
Andre?
Andre Ward, and that's
Oh
why
yeah, he did.
he ended up suing somebody that he was working with, basically saying
Mm.
that his career was over and they weren't trying to pay him for that shit.
That's one of my favorite fights because the mega, and you know what I'm talking about, the mega boxing fans, they were going hard for Kovalev. The
That is
mega
one of my
boxing
favorite.
fans
That
is?
is one of my favorite fights of all time. Ward
Yeah,
beating
bro.
Kovalev in the second
That
fight.
nigga Andre Ward, shit to me, that nigga's an American hero. That shit. It's like when imagine if what's that dude from Rocky? Black
Apollo
dude.
Creed.
Imagine if Apollo Creed had beaten Ivan Drago. That's what Andre Ward did, nigga. I don't care. That's what
Even
Kovalev was at
even the
that time.
white
He was Ivan
Americans wanted
Drago.
Ward to win. I mean, wanted Kovalev to win. That's crazy.
Yeah, oh yeah, the white, a lot, not all of them, but a lot of the white boxing fans and Mexicans too. You know why? They were going for Kovalev. Facts.
And that's why he's still trying
Anybody,
to hold
hey,
that shit. Talking about, well, Kovalev won the first fight. Yeah, yeah, shut up,
hey,
nigga.
I call them the ABB fans. Anybody but black.
Anybody but black.
Yep, the ABB fans. That's who we're gonna root for. Anybody but black.
Anybody but black American.
Yeah,
So
yeah, yeah.
that's
Right. The ABBA fan. Anybody but black American. Exactly.
that's what it's looking like.
Oh, that's how it's been like that for a long time.
Do you notice
It's
that the people that beat Wilder, not even from the country that these niggas are from, and they said, "Hell yeah, good job, fuck yeah, look at that, your
yeah,
boy
yeah.
Wilder
It's a
lost."
if you notice, there's like this a weird thing that they want to like what's the word humble us. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they do, and that comes from a long that has a long history in this sport. I
Hmm.
remember reading on Joe Lewis, and they said that Joe Lewis, his manager, told him that basically we want you to be the opposite of the heavyweight that came before him, Jack Johnson.
Jack Johnson.
He said because we want you to hold a Bible and not get too charismatic when you win. You know what I'm saying? Be a church boy. They like that type of shit.
man. We've seen that it don't matter what how you act, they gonna hit on you regardless. Look at Andre Ward. The man's name is SOG, Son of God. Like so, it don't matter if you act like Floyd, Adrian Broner, or you act like Andre Ward, or you act like Bruce Ennis. They gonna hit on you regardless.
Regardless, nigga. That, it don't matter if you can't punch. It don't matter if you can punch. It don't matter if you can box or can't box. It's
And
always
it don't
something.
matter if you're exciting or not exciting. They're gonna hate you regardless.
I wish the
Especially if you're actually good.
fight fighters understood this.
Yeah, they don't.
Like Shakur Stevenson.
See, Shakur, I'm saying give him a pass, but Devin, Devin got a father that understands that. You know what I mean?
That's true.
Shakur don't have that. What you know? But his grand is an old head, so like probably don't really care about that type of stuff at this point in his life. But
I respect Shakur
I like
Stevenson's
his granddad
grandpa.
though.
Yeah, me
Yeah, he's a
too.
good man.
His grandpa said some real shit too. He said some real
Yeah,
shit. He said, yeah, we got to work black folks got to work 10 times harder to prove that we great. You know,
facts,
and that's true. That's
facts.
true. But yeah, Shakur moving weird. Yeah, he lost me with that Teofimo comment. I mean, he been lost me, but that's just it. Just shows me why more
Well,
reason why I don't fuck with him like that
well,
outside the ring.
do you think Teofimo? I don't think. Do I actually think Teofimo was actually racist? No, I really don't.
Here's
I
this.
just think
Here's the thing.
I think Teo's just stupid.
Here's the thing. There's different levels of racism.
Hmm.
He's not an extreme racist like somebody who has a fucking Nazi swastika on their fucking back and shit like that. But somebody who feels like personally in their heart they feel like black people are beneath them. I feel like Lopez has that. For him to get upset that Top Rank is promoting black folks as if they're supposed to be under him, it lets me know that he feel a certain type of way. It's like they're cool with black people as long as they're beneath them. And I don't like that shit.
If anything, I think Teofimo is one of them niggas. Cause look how his lingo is everything. Like he probably looks up to black people. If anything, not looks down. He wanna be.
He's like the character from Do the Right Thing. He said, "Damn
I
man,
haven't seen that movie in
you
a long
got
time.
Mike
I'm not gonna
you got Michael Jordan posters. Your favorite
lie.
actors is black. Your favorite athletes is fucking black, but
Yeah,
you don't like black people. Well, those black people are
yeah.
different. It's like that.
Oh
It's
yeah,
literally
I
like
remember that
that.
shit.
He's like, yeah, well,
Yeah,
and then his pops got his ass beat for fucking saying the N word around the wrong motherfuckers.
you know how them Latinos from New York are. They say that shit all day.
I know, but you can't say that around every nigga.
Nope,
Straight up, every nigga not going for that shit. There's niggas that really hell nah.
nope.
And that's
Sure
why I
ain't.
don't like that. I don't like that shit because it's like, but I feel like in New York it's different because in New York there's a lot of if there's a lot of immigrant class. Like the black folks over there are not foundational black Americans like they are descendants of American slavery. Those guys are like Caribbean and so and so they don't really look at racism and white supremacy the same as somebody that's a descendant of fucking American slavery.
I
So they
mean,
not
you say that.
they don't have a problem with them saying the N word and all that shit because they don't even look at themselves as the quote
No,
unquote N word.
I don't know if that's true or not because if you go to Oakland, a lot of the Mexicans up there in the north part of California, they do say the N word.
And them niggas be beefing in California. There's a lot of fucking politics when it comes to black and
Yeah,
Mexicans
I
out
think I
there.
think it's definitely like that in southern LA, like in the LA area. But in the like in the north, I don't think they beef them like that. I think they actually because in the north is the norteños, and they beef with the sureños. Those are the racist Mexicans.
Man, all I know is, man, I don't see it being any type of like correlation because there's a lot
Hmm.
of them that dislike black Americans collectively.
Yeah, that's right.
But not saying that we can't live amongst each other. Of course we can
Yeah,
and
no.
work together and all that shit. But there's always gonna
Yeah,
be a
there's a
disconnect.
lot of
There's always gonna be a
anti.
disconnect. Always gonna be a disconnect.
Yeah, there's a lot of anti-black. Hell, they don't even treat their indigenous people in their own country. So come on now.
Exactly. You know, but that's a whole nother conversation. But with
It
Teofimo
is.
Lopez, he just needs to stop talking about black people. And I do believe that he's an idiot, but he just needs to just stop mentioning black people because it's only going to get worse if he continues doing that shit.
They need to stop asking him them questions.
You ever think that these fighters got like a mild CTE? Not saying that they got extreme CTE like Antonio Brown, but like you ever
I don't
think
know
that they
what's it.
might have that shit? Some of these guys,
Tio probably.
because I heard he got knocked out a couple times in sparring and shit. And if you've been boxing since you're a kid, getting your young brain punched on, you may not be all the way together in the head as an adult.
I mean, just look at Bud Crawford. There's something wrong with that nigga.
You think something wrong with him?
Yeah, he weird.
Nah, I feel like Bud reminds me a lot of hood niggas I know.
Yeah, Bud is very, very competitive. Like that nigga, and he take a little shit the wrong way, and it's a piece for life. That's
You
the type of
said
nigga.
Cambosis gave TOCTE damn near. Nigga talking about that shit was a fluke. That shit wasn't a fluke. I picked Cambosis to win that fight. Not on no trolling
Man,
shit, but on some real life because I knew Teofimo had a lot of shit going on.
I don't feel nobody. Ain't no way he lost to that super fight. If he did,
You said what?
I don't know how he lost to that super fighter.
I know how he lost. He got timed. And that speed was
He
too much
walked
for
that
his
nigga
ass.
down. He walked to that nigga with his hands down. I've never seen anything like it.
Man, I'm gonna pull up that clip of me talking, breaking down that fight before it happened. I literally explained this is what's gonna happen. I said T.O. is gonna go in there and try to knock Cambosos out in the first couple rounds, and if he doesn't do that, Cambosos is gonna look fucking crazy good that night. Just watch, and that's exactly what happened.
Yep,
Yeah, but man,
that's true.
what you thinking, man? What's the next move when it comes to the light heavyweight division? You think Beterbiev is gonna fight Bivol next, or you think something's gonna come up?
Yeah, that Saudi prince just tweeted the picture of Bevo and over there. I mean, better be. And
Damn, I kind of feel bad for Smith. Smith knew he was there to get fucking sacrificed.
I mean, it looked like to me he came to fight though. To be fair, he just couldn't hurt him. So I think that was their game plan to actually hurt Better be, but they couldn't hurt him. And he do got power, so he just couldn't hurt Better be. Yeah, it'd be like that.
Do you believe that Canelo sent Beterbiev an offer?
No, I don't know. I don't think anybody really want to fight that dude outside of Bivol. That motherfucker
I don't
dangerous.
even think Bivol want to fight him for real.
Mm, I mean, who knows? But I know one thing: he don't get paid. So it's gonna be worth it. And both Saudis for my money. So,
What you think about that? Those findings in Beterbiev's system.
I mean, bro, do I think that there might have been some shit going on? Yes. Do I really care? No.
Because they should have caught him, huh?
Yeah. And if look, bro, like you know, most of these, if you
the
a
type of
boxer
money
and you
them
got
Saudis
some type of shit,
the
I
type
feel
of
like
money
you kind of a
Saudis is
fool.
throwing, the type of money that them Saudis is throwing. I'm pretty sure
Yeah,
even if they found some shit, they'd say, "Nigga, fuck all that, nigga. We gotta make this bill
right.
fight."
Yeah, let's get this fight going.
Think we care about some fucking justice, nigga? Hell no.
Oh, so
They
dog.
got a roll piece, everyone. Yeah, shout out to everybody in the chat, man. We just chopping it up, man. I'm still just thinking about like folks really thought that Caleb Smith was going to do something.
I think it was wishful thinking.
Wishful thinking. Yeah.
Yeah.
Shit, I don't know, man, but I gotta get up out of here too because I'm about to get some sleep and
All
talk
right,
about
man.
this shit tomorrow. I'm gonna holler at you guys. ArtmanApparel.com for the best boxing merch in boxing.